What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Ōkami. In the last episode, we entered Webkir and found out that there's some crazy crap going on. We met with Sanako, the arrogant, apparent village chief, Kai, the sweet little village girl whose sister has gone missing, and Kamui, the village's elder. And now, we're going to talk to the merchant because I need to stock up on things. Yeah, I know it's freezing. You're telling me, sir. Also, is that a I want to see what you look like. You got a snake mask, bro. Let me sell all this stuff right here. Silver pocket watch gives me a bunch. And then, hello there. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? That's right. 4th tier rosary obtained. Now, this is actually, as a sub-weapon, very, very much like the life beads. It fires kind of a spread shot. So, keep that in mind. It is actually a very, very useful sub-weapon. And I am about to have a blast with this thing, because we are going to equip it as our main weapon. And I am going to use the gold dust to power it up, because this thing is boss. Okay, look at how this thing looks on you, too. It's so cool. Oh, I love the resurrection beads. They look amazing. Has a much higher hit combo. It does a lot more damage, obviously. And it's just the best thing ever. That means we only have one more rosary left to grab in this entire game. Still have 2 more glaives, though. And 1 more reflector. But like I said in the last episode, we're going to be heading to the other half of Kamui and taking a look around there in this episode. We're also going to be meeting a very new and important character out here in the Ezufuji half of Kamui. So that's Ezufuji up there, the Waoku Shrine. As you can see, it's basically just frozen over. Now, let's head over this way. I stocked up on feed bags, obviously, because there are going to be creatures out here. There's a save mirror there. There's a treasure chest here. This contains another civilization, so let's read this. I want to say this is one of the last travel guides, if not the last one. No, it's not. Okay, we've already read Travel the Moon. There's one more. That's all there is just one more to get. And actually, this is the last one that contains information that is actually important to the story and not just a technique. This last one's just a technique scroll. So, this is it. Modern Nippon offers mysteries that cannot be easily explained. Devices that even scholars in the capital are unable to decipher. Stone artifacts that endow the wearer with special abilities. They are thought to be evidence of a civilization beyond our own. My great-grandfather spoke often of such matters. He had traveled to the windy plains of Taka Pass for brush training. While there, he noticed a strange light tracing an arc in the sky. The light eventually settled in the area of Sasa's sanctuary. Great-grandfather traveled there the following day, where the light had landed. He saw a mysterious symbol floating in midair. It is not uncommon to hear such tales repeated here in Nippon. Whether one believes in this otherworldly civilization or not, it would seem that many among us certainly want to believe. I am not ashamed to say I count myself among their ranks. Now, I have a little bit of an issue with that scroll. It feels like there's a huge continuity error in that scroll, and I will get into that at a later time. Also, that's a hard head at work. But, anyways, I have a big continuity issue with that scroll, but unfortunately, I cannot explain it yet because that would be a major spoiler for something that we have not yet encountered yet, mostly because of who is writing these scrolls. So, I will get into it at a much later time why I have a big issue with that, and I also have problems with a few of the other scrolls as well, because that light that guy was talking about, the one in the scroll, obviously was Kaguya's ship crashing in Sasa's sanctuary. Very, very obviously is what it's talking about. So, yeah, we'll get into that at a later time. Anyways, continuing along. Let's feed this bear here, give us some praise, and there is actually a little hut up at the top of this hill, right at the entrance to the Waoku Shrine. There are also a bunch of other things we can get here as well, and we will be getting them very, very soon, but there's somebody we need to have a conversation with first. So this right here is the gate, the entrance to the Waoku Shrine, but there's this hut. That's all sealed up, we can't get in. We can get in here. Well, hiya there, and can I do something with you? Yes, I can. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. It's got the 2 owls on its head, too. Awesome. This character is actually amazing. I love her. I know who you are. Yes, that divine look of yours is unmistakable. You're the legendary White Wolf Shiranui, aren't you? Oh, come on! Wow, they've heard that name here too. Well, I suppose Shiranui's legend did travel across the sea to Kamui. I guess it really resonates with the Owinas because they're so spiritual. And I'll be getting into that in a second too as well. Oh, Isun, it's been quite a while, so you're still alive. Owina Shaman Tuskull. I ain't ready to kick the bucket yet. I just left on a little trip, that's all. Well, I'm glad to see you're safe. As you can see, we haven't been so lucky here in Kamui. Since the monsters were revived, many people have lost their lives. Yeah, I've heard all about it. So what's up with those demons coming back? And where the heck is Lika? The demons have shut themselves up in Ezofuji's Waku's shrine. They're responsible for the fierce blizzard raging throughout Kamui. We're managing to keep some of it at bay thanks to Afun Gate. But when the day comes, Kamui is sure to freeze over completely. That's not what worries me most, though. Kamui freezing over completely? Really? What worries me is how the demons were revived in the first place. Kemu noticed it as well, but just before the demons made their return, a dark force traveled here from the southern land. We both felt an evil energy flowing into Kamui. That's when the demons woke up, as if in response to it. Southern land. Oh, she must mean Nippon. In other words, she's talking about the return of Orochi, Ami. There have been so many monsters here in Kamui that some people even call it the birthplace of evil. I can't help thinking all this havoc in Nippon has its root in Lauchi Lake, the eternally frozen lake at the foot of Ezofuji. Now this, right here, pay attention, this is incredibly important information we are about to get from Tuskull. There is a large lake called Lauchi at the foot of Ezofuji. I think the reason Kamui is called the birthplace of evil is because of the Ark of Yamato that rests in the lake. The Ark of Yamato? Anyone from Kamui knows that story. It said that the legendary Iron Ark fell from the heavens. My grandpa used to tell me that story. Long, long ago in the Age of Myths, an iron ark fell from the celestial plane above and sunk into Lauchi Lake. The celestial plane is the land above where gods dwell. The gods are known as celestials there. The ark that the celestials were on came crashing down to this land. It was as if they were being chased by something. What they didn't know was that on board with them were countless monsters. One by one they were consumed till all the celestials were dead. Once the ark crashed, the monsters disembarked and started ravaging the lands. The world hasn't been safe since. It's said that monsters still rise from the lake's depths. That must be why they call it the Lake of Demons. That's about all I know about it. I do have one thing to add to that, and that's the story of the one surviving Celestial of the Ark. One surviving Celestial. Now we got a little bit of information about that as well in our travel guide, and it was, where was it? I believe it was Land of the Gods. I can't remember, but there was the writer of the scroll said that he spoke to the last remaining Celestial, or the last remaining member of the Moon Tribe, I guess is what you could also call it. The Ark fell to this world from the Celestial Plane. It was full of monsters which killed the Celestials on board, but the legend tells that there was one man who survived. He managed to escape from the hell that the Ark had become. He then fled, going into hiding somewhere in our world. First time I've heard that. They say the reason monsters still emerge from the Ark in Lauchi Lake is that the Ruler of Darkness is still searching for that man. Ruler of Darkness? Does he have a name? It's all just a legend. No one knows if it's true or not. No one has ever set foot on it. But the Ark brought tragedy to our world, that's for sure. The power of darkness in the world are gathering from Kamui. I believe it's because of the Ark of Yamato is beckoning them. I apologize for chatting so much. Now if you've come all this way, am I to assume that you have Kamui's permission? I speak of permission to enter Yoshped, the Forest of Confusion. Yep, that's right. I really couldn't care less, but Ami, here's another story. The entrance to the forest is sealed with the Ōwina crest. It's our way of protecting the place from evil. There's no way that I can break the seal, but if the elder has ordered your entry, then I must comply. Shiranui, you may have the Ōwina amulet, Sewa Prolo. With that amulet, you can pass by the Ōwina crest unhindered, and you can proceed on into Yoshped. If the elder has deemed it to be right, there can be no mistake. You are the one who can find Lika. Find her before it is too late, and Kamui freezes over. So that right there was actually some incredibly important information that we have just learned from Tuskull. A lot to talk about, but the thing I want to get into right now as we do some scrounging about in the land of, or in the Ezofuji part of Kamui, is the Ōwina tribe. And what they are based off of. The Ōwina tribe is actually based off of a real tribe of people that is nearly extinct. It is very, very... It's dwindling fast, and I believe there's only a couple thousand left in all of Japan. But they are called the Ainu. They are very spiritual people. If you were to equate them to a group of people in, like, America, let's say, I'd say the closest that they come to is the Amish. However, they are not completely against technology. They are just incredibly spiritual people and live... and they tend to live lives very removed from society. Very, very intelligent people as well. Their language is one of the few dead languages on this planet as well. There's only about, a couple dozen that still even speak it left on this planet. And they're a very interesting group of people. They were fierce warriors. They were very spiritual by nature. And they very much worshipped nature as well, animals and such. And so they were communed with it very well, which is why the Ōwina are kind of like dog people, is because they're just considered to be very one with nature and basically half animals themselves. So that is the whole deal with that. Now, there is actually one other part over there that I cannot get to from over here, so I'm actually going to have to work my way all the way around and jump down to it. So I will meet you guys over there in just a second. Alright, just go right up around this corner and jump! Perfect. Okay, so right here we have an iron rock. Slash this open and jump down in just before it turned nighttime too. Awesome. As you can see, we have a divine spring here. Now, I said earlier in the episode, all we have left is a technique scroll. Well, Cherry Bomb got a 3rd upgrade, but I think it's time we get another upgrade to one we're only at level 2 for. Where do you think it is? Come on, come on. Get it together. There's still rocks we can't slash open. Of course. As you can see, we cannot yet obtain it because I do not have enough money. Now, there's a few things I'm going to have to take care of before I can go and start grinding the money I need to get it. But for now, I'm going to meet you on the other end of Lao Chi Lake, and there's going to be a few things that we can grab while we're over there. And then we're going to go meet up with Kai. Okay, let's see. So, what do we got over here? Let's Konohana Blossom over to this. Perfect. We got a flaming chest here, which we can use the fire on the chest to melt that. And that's going to get us a stray bead, so make sure you grab that. We got some wind we can use. Get ourselves some etched glass. That'll help towards getting power slash 3. And nothing over there. So let's go over this way. Konohana Blossom. Perfect. Alright, we got ourselves a clover. So let's take that up. And also some monkeys. Here, you guys can have seeds, because that is the one I use the least these days. So there you go. Be happy and stuff. Also, I probably can upgrade my health again here in a second. As soon as I bloom this clover, that should be the oh, excuse me. There we go. Aw, they were clapping for me. Look at them. They are so happy. Okay. So, now, I'm just going to make sure there's nothing over on this ledge right here. I don't believe there's anything up here, though. Is there? I'm not seeing any way to get up to it. So, let's see. Yeah, I don't think you can get up to that. Nope. Alright, so I'm now going to go and, well, we're going to go meet up with Kai real quick, and she is going to tell us, you know, oh, we're going to go meet over at Yoshpet, and then I can help you through it, and blah, 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 all this stuff. But we're not going to be meeting up with her in this episode because I have a lot of grinding to do so I can go get power slash 3. So, let's go say hi. And actually, before we talk to Kai, I'm going to have to end this episode because it has gone a little bit longer than I have anticipated. I lost track of time, blah, 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 all that fun stuff. But, ladies and gentlemen, the next episode we'll be talking to Kai. And then I will be immediately going off screen and defeating tons and tons of enemies until I rack up all the money in the freaking world. But 2 things I will do before I end this episode is I'm going to quickly sell what I have, which is just that. And then I'm going to upgrade my health again. 3 more. See you all in the next one.